How you guys doing? This is Mike Fallon. I'm here with the living legend yet again, Larry Houston. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Bro, I know I interviewed you like a few years back.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in the geek world since then,
Yeah.
and I had to come back and talk to the legend himself
Yeah.
about everything that literally everything that you've worked on keeps evolving and coming back stronger than ever. So the first thing we need to talk about, and I'm giving a spoiler warning. You've been warned. If you haven't seen Doctor Strange, bounce, okay, and come back after. First question, you've been warned. How did it feel watching Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and seeing Marvel use your iteration of Charles Xavier finally after 20 years?
Oh, it was exhilarating when I saw, when I saw him come out. It's like, oh shit, that's Xavier. When I saw the yellow chair, and I'm going, that's him.
Man.
It was great. They use our hover chair, and the reason we did the hover chair was that in animation, wheels animating just don't look good. So that's why we gave him the hover chair. It just worked great in animation. That's been his iconic look from that point forward. And now it's in the movies.
Well, not even just that. The thing that made me go almost like with feral energy levels of excitement, not only did they take your iteration of the chair, if you noticed, they did the whole hand signals, and then when he's fighting Wanda, again, spoiler alert, you've been warned. I don't want to hear no excuses. When he's fighting Wanda and he puts his hand out to attack her, to get in her mind, you can see the energy coming off his head.
That's true.
But it's like transparent.
Yes, that's true. I saw that.
How was it to seeing that, like what you did with live action?
I'm glad that I was excited. I mean, I was going, wow, they did it. They followed what we did. I don't know how to say it was cool to see that they respected what we set up and they put it into the live action film. I loved it.
Which is why I personally am going to let be said that that's the best iteration of Charles Xavier. That's just how I feel. That's just me personally. That doesn't reflect the reviews of the show, but it is what it is. All the fans know how I feel. And the thing that I love too, that not only did they respect what you guys did on the original series, but when Charles is inside Wanda's body and inside her mind, he's dressed as Charles from X-Men Evolution.
Yes, that's true. I noticed that. I went, oh, look at that. Someone did some really good research and actually, took time to remember what the fans remember, and they put it into the movie. It was like, all right, someone's done some good research here. I loved it. I got to go see it again, actually. I want to go see it because I saw it first. I think I saw it maybe the second day when it came out. And I want to go see it again next week. Yeah,
well, they had to make up for Dark Phoenix. Oh, shots fired. Gratata. All right. Now, again, for those who don't know, you need to research Larry, okay? Because literally, from my previous interview, from what I did with him to now, nothing has changed when it comes to you have been a part of so many crazy franchises, from X-Men to Robocop, the Karate Kid series. What does it feel like to now hear that's because you worked on Static Shock, the first ever successful milestone DC partnered series, that now there's a live action iteration coming out being produced by Michael B. Jordan and Reggie Hudlin for HBO Max next year?
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
No, I did not know.
Yeah.
They're doing Static Shock.
Yeah.
That's great.
Live action.
Oh man, I got to see that. Because when I worked on Static Shock, it was a lot of fun working on the show, working on Dwayne McDuffie's scripts. It was like the most fun I ever had.
I know.
And I got a chance to do Static Shock when he met his adult self. I got to do that episode. I did the Out of Africa episode. I love working on the show. And I worked with Dwayne was right physically while I was working. He was nearby, so we could always chit chat and talk and everything. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. I didn't know they were doing a live action movie.
Yeah, it was announced about almost 2 years ago now at DC Fandom, right when the pandemic first started.
Right.
It was like a Zoom type presentation with Reggie and Phil Lamar, but then Michael wasn't on there from my recollection. But yeah, I just really feel that what you guys did with Dwayne bringing the milestone DC universe back in the day to the forefront really gave kids what was needed when it came to diversity and what reality looks like. Because I really feel like what you guys did with the show between Virgil and his friend Richie, but it like basically helped strengthen race relations, and it just really it gave the audience what was needed, which is a reality check that if this was to happen, we're in this together.
Yeah.
And I really hope that what you guys did with that series gets translated to the HBO Max series.
I hope it's so too. I got a chance to work on a lot of great shows, and I really think when I was talking with Dwayne once, he said that part of the genesis of Static Shock was inspiration from the original Spider-Man stuff, having a character that young people could relate to, and the way they put together the TV show and the characters, Virgil and everybody, it was perfect. I mean, I was really happy to work on it, and like you said better than I did, how it was the show that brought so many different people together, different races and everything, and kids, and they could all relate to not only the inclusion but also the character study, the character stories. Because it's one thing to go out and fight bad robots, but it's another thing to actually layer it with subtext that kids could relate to. I think there was one with one character gets shot with a gun and stuff. They had another where Richie's dad was racist and stuff, so they dealt with it. They dealt with these issues. And it was like, Saturday morning.
Well, I mean, because I spoke to Gary Sturgis about a few weeks ago about the same situation, and I think that's what differentiated what you and everybody else did with your series when compared to like a Batman animated series, Superman animated series. Like they did what they had to do for like morality's sake in certain contexts, but you guys just went basically, pardon my French, like balls to the wall with being like, this is reality. Kids can understand what reality is if you give it to them in the right presentation and not sugarcoat things. And that's what I really feel, and the fans watching feel, that you guys delivered with this series. And if you guys did not know, if you guys are getting nostalgia feels like I am right now, you can now watch Static Shock on HBO Max. But again, I just wanted to get your perspective on it, knowing that what you helped build with Dwayne is now going to be produced by Michael B. Jordan as a live-action movie for HBO Max.
I am so in awe of that. Because, a lot of times in Hollywood you hear about there's this deal, that deal, this deal, and it's like smoke in Hollywood. It's like, okay, yeah, right. But the fact that it's actually really going to happen, it's like, I am impressed. I really want to see it. And, And the stuff you're talking about for the stories we were doing, a lot of, and on the X-Men and also with Static Shock, we didn't want to write down the kids. We want to write up the kids. Kids are smart. And so you don't want to give them Scooby-Doo. You want to give them something that when they watch it in the reruns, there's subtext there that they may not catch the first time, but they'll catch it later on. And it makes the shows more viewable as time goes on, because you're catching stuff that you didn't see as a kid, but as you get older, you're going, oh man, they were talking about something really heavy here. And so with X-Men and with Static Shock.
I know, man. So, all right, I got to ask this. Okay, not to get too personal, I'm going to get personal with you. How did it feel? You know what it is. How did it feel watching Snake Eyes, knowing that you helped contribute to that legacy to where there is now a live-action Snake Eyes film that came out last year?
Oh, my God, that's right. There was a Snake Eyes, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And it was done by an Asian actor, which is like, oh, that's cool. I like that. I was glad to be a part of it. I mean, I didn't create the character. That's more like other folks, Larry Hama and the rest of them created all that. But I was glad to be a part of it, because when we were doing the shows, Snake Eye was the cool character you always wanted to draw in the scenes, and have him do some cool stuff. And him and when he faced off with his Storm Shadow comrade, those are fun episodes to draw. It was. I have to say, back in the 80s, when we were doing the original G.I. Joe stuff, I felt blessed to be in the right place at the right time, because I got a chance to really take fantasy to a new level, and I got a chance to draw stuff that was fun. I mean, that's the one thing that's missing in a lot of production today is it's fun. Behind the scenes, making the stuff work well and appeal to a wide audience out there. And G.I. Joe and Snake Eye. I haven't seen Snake Eyes, I have to admit, but I saw unfortunately, they have so many. Sometimes you see the trailers; they show you almost the whole film, and it's like, I do have to go see that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, I just want to say thank you, like legitimately thank you for contributing to so many of our viewers' childhood. And I just want to end it with saying, quickly, just real quickly, just to sneak a fourth question in there. How does it feel to know, because you worked on the Karate Kid anime series, that now season 5 of Cobra Kai is coming out this year? Season 5. 5.
Oh, you're kidding. I didn't. When they brought it back to the first, for the first season, I was going, it might work. It's like, wow, this is really good. And when I produced the first Karate Kid, it only lasted one season, so I thought it was like one and gone, but it survived. The concept just kept going, and it was great.
Man.
It was a lot of fun talking with the original actors too. That Miyagi, the original actor, Pat Morita, yeah, and that was fun. Those are fun days.
Man.
And I tried to make the animated show. There's a character called Lupin.
Yeah.
I tried to make Karate Kid more like Lupin, high adventures, and stuff. If you watch the opening titles that I drew, because I drew that, I tried to make the show like that. But yeah, the fact that Cobra Kai is in season 5, it's like, man, I am impressed.
Just like I was impressed when I heard the X-Men theme in Multiverse of Madness. But
yes, they snuck that in there. I was like, hey, I recognize that.
Exactly. All right, guys. So I'm Mike, and this has been another great interview with the Buttery Show with living legend Larry Houston. Lastly, where can people find you on social media, brother, in your work?
Let's see. I'm on Twitter as X-Men Director. Should be easy to find. And on Instagram, I'm Larry Toons 54. TOONS 54. You can find me there.
All right, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
For sure. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next episode.
Yo, thank you guys for watching this Buttery Show interview. Hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out again to Larry Houston for doing this interview with us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.